It's really cool when someone or something meets their match. And I'm not talking about swiping right on some matcha drinking, tote carrying, performative male. No, no, no. I'm talking about like Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, or say Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, Batman and Superman, that kind of thing. And for PHEVs in the Philippines, most everybody knows that the Sea Lion 6 has been on top of the food chain for quite some time. But now, JAECOO has thrown their hat in the ring with this, the J7 SHS. It's quick, it's efficient, it's loaded with features, but most importantly, it has an affordable price. Has the Sea Lion 6 met its match? Find out on this episode of Behind the Wheel. The JAECOO J7 is being launched as we publish this video, and its price is 1,549,000 Philippine pesos. Now, to refresh your memory, the Sea Lion 6 comes in at 1,548,000 Philippine pesos. But there is even a more affordable variant of the J7, which you can find out about if you download the AutoDeal app. It can help connect you to dealers nationwide to help you get the best car at the best price, but also allow you to browse through all the cars that are available locally. Underneath, you have a 1.5-liter turbocharged gasoline engine mated to JAECOO's super hybrid system, which has a combined output of 275 horses and 365 Newton meters of torque. Now, we're not in the middle of a comparo or anything, but that's more than just a bump in power compared to the Sea Lion 6. It also has a combined range of more than the Sea Lion 6 at 1,488 kilometers. Efficient, most definitely, because inside the city, we were doing roughly about 20 kilometers per liter. That's in HEV mode. Now, on a full charge, you can forget kilometers per liter because this has a claimed range of over 100 kilometers on just full EV, which means it's good enough to get through any tasks that you have inside the city, possibly even outside, without sipping a drop of fuel. Now, when you're out on the highway, as we have, on an 80-kilometer drive, we were able to do roughly about 50 kilometers per liter. And I believe it because the claimed range of this vehicle on a full charge and a full tank of gas is 1,488 kilometers. Which is what? And for the record, we were able to achieve 50 kilometers per liter because the 18.3 kilowatt-hour battery had a full charge. The design of the J7, I think, is quite handsome. The lines are strong and it's very boxy throughout, while still retaining a futuristic look with the pixel pattern on the DRLs and the LED light bar that stretches across the rear. The grille is a bit over the top, if I'm being honest, but it seems as if it's the only overstyled aspect of the car, as the rest of it is pretty sleek. Wheels that honestly could use some work are 19s wrapped in 235 50s, which keep the crossover on 174 millimeters of ground clearance. The J7 has a power tailgate, which will reveal 500 liters of space, which obviously you maximize when you fold the tonneau or leave the tonneau at home. Great amount of space, fits a balikbayan box and hand carry very, very easily. And then the nice thing is that you have tie-down points found all around the vehicle, including parcel hooks, I might add, which is a nice touch. And of course, a 12-volt socket. Now, if you fold the second row, what's great about that is that it folds flat. You can fit yet another pair of balikbayan boxes in there, which should bring your total up to over 1,000 liters of space. Step inside the rear seats. It is a 5-passenger, so there's good amounts of space in here. Even if there was a third passenger in the middle, it wouldn't be an issue because there is no center tunnel, which I love. The only problem is that you only have one vent. So if you wanted to share it with these two people, you can't. So you gotta hog it yourself, which is good during the summer months. Charging points, you have a Type A and a Type C in the center, bottle holders on either door, and of course a center armrest with 2 cup holders. Not to mention, there is also a sunroof, a panoramic roof of the above view that is split into 2, so you have a sunroof as well that retracts. The seats, okay, here's the thing about the seats, is that for some reason or one another, there is a lot of space to be had because that's my normal driving position. And yes, I know I'm short, but look at the amount of leg room that I have. And then I have a decent amount of thigh support too. I can even cross my legs, right? Because the seats are somewhat of at an angle. And it's nice and comfortable to sit just, oh, look at that. It's quite relaxing. And the seats are not overly firm and not overly soft. They feel good to the touch. It's not the best of leather, but it feels good to the touch. And it's quite comfortable because the bolstering, although you can see them here, they do protrude, but it's soft enough that there's a lot of give. And you're just, wow, you really feel comfortable inside this car. I like it. Okay, driver's seat. Let's go from top to bottom. You have a heads-up display, which is pretty cool, and it's colored. Below that, your instrument cluster. It's quite wide, colored. Everything that you need is on there. Buttons on your steering wheel to control your audio and your cruise control, which is adaptive, by the way, because this car does have a lot of advanced driver assist systems. Your wipers on your left. Your gear selector is on your right because there is none here. On the center, you have your wireless charging pad with vents, by the way, which is nice. 2 cup holders and some buttons for your automatic air and drive modes. And then in the center, you have a cool box that is quite deep enough to carry even Jack's large or semi-large water bottle. Now, this is most definitely going to be the center of attention. This 14.8-inch screen has all your functions in it. So it might be a plus or a minus depending on who you're asking. If you're asking Jack, it's definitely a minus because he wants some physical controls for your air. Although there is a shortcut to that, you just have to swipe from the bottom. Yeah, and you get your air immediately, or you can just go automatic air. But all of your driver functions are found there, and it can be a bit heavy, a bit tasking. But again, as Jack and I explained, when this is your car and you're not a car reviewer and you get used to it, then it shouldn't be a hassle. What isn't a hassle also is the fact that this has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which, by the way, are both wireless. And if you need more storage, there's some here, found here underneath. Yoo-hoo! Or, of course, I might forget to mention that there is a Type A and a Type C charging point. Or that's the other way around. That's the Type A, that's the Type C. And also to add to the point that if this car were definitely yours, in the form of the advanced driver assist systems, when you want to turn specific things off so that it's set already for you, they remain off. Even when you turn off the engine or turn off the motor rather, leave the car, come back in, they keep at those settings. Unlike other manufacturers who unfortunately like to reset everything once you get into the car. Take note, other car manufacturers. Now, I did mention that this car is most definitely quick. Let's find out how quick it is. But before we do, allow me to quickly thank you guys for keeping us at now 600,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. We super duper appreciate it. If you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please do so because we need all the support that we can get because this Earl has decided to buy himself a 20-year-old crap box car that breaks down all the time, which is why he's not here. Jack and I need help. Great move, Earl.
In fact, I don't think it's that. I think it's like 20.
How old is it?
Almost 30 years old.
It's a 30-year-old car?
Almost, maybe.
So
that's 14.
He just basically likes going around shopping for headaches. Brilliant. Brilliant, Earl. Brilliant. Before we get to its acceleration, the first thing I have to tell you is that the brake pedal on this car is extremely sensitive. It's very hard to find the right modulation of how to step on the brake pedal to slow you down and to stop. But I'm sure with some time you'll get used to it. But I'm telling you, it's sensitive. It's so sensitive that it's as sensitive as the topic of GOAT between Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. And that's a conversation I don't ever want to get into. However sensitive that may be, the good thing is that the pickup of this car is actually pretty good. And the drive is too. The electric motor really pops in very, very well. It works in tandem with the internal combustion engine very well. It's really a joy to drive. It's almost like driving a full EV. I'm gonna hit a full stop. I'm gonna put it in sport mode. Accelerate in 3, 2, 1. Uphill, by the way. Oh, yes! Oh, it's got a kick. It's got a kick. While the initial pull or push of the car is actually pretty good, it's not going to be like Ioniq 5N quick or sports car quick. But when you really floor it from a standstill, you will feel that you have all the power that you need to get up to speed very, very quickly. Especially in my head, I'm thinking that the only time that you're really going to floor it is if you're pulling out of a gasoline station trying to join highway speeds and you floor it to keep up. Yeah, that's not going to be an issue with this car. And then also there's those little moments at stoplights where you want to get ahead of everybody. Just between you. However, that being said, Jack and I, because we're idiots, only found out like 10 seconds ago that you can control the brake pitch from the menu inside the car, which means that I can make it less sensitive. So now when I step on the brake, it's not as if we're going to fly into the windshield. Like, I'll step on it now. So much better, man.
When I first got this car, I was backing it out of my garage.
But now that's so much better. Also, I'd like to add that the steering feel inside this car is actually pretty darn good. Much like the brake pitch, you can control the steering mode from the system in the center to make it stiffer or softer. The beauty is it's not overly soft, not like a C-Line 6 where it really feels like a toy already. This one, you still can feel the imperfections on the road and there's a lot of feedback to the driver, which is great because then you know if the car's slipping or if you need to turn in a little bit more. Plus now, more especially that because of all the rains, the road conditions have become ridiculous and we have to be more careful. It's really good that you can feel so that you have better feedback on the road, because if you didn't, then you just be driving along thinking, oh, nothing's wrong. Before you know it, you're actually running a flat. When it comes to the suspension, our comment is going to be, it's there. The suspension is just there and it works. See, what I'm trying to say is that when a driver is good, then and you're a passenger inside the car, if he's a good driver, you'll never know if he's a good driver or not because it's just a normal, simple ride to get you from point A to point B. If he's a bad driver, then you'll be rocked around and whatnot. The suspension of this is, I liken it to a good driver because you don't really pay attention to it much because you need not to, and it just gets the job done. I will, however, say that if you do get a little bit sporty with it, when you come into the twists and turns as we are now, you will feel some body rolls. So it's a car that's geared more towards comfort, not all that sportiness, which is fine for me. I don't know about Jack. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of comparisons between this and the C-Line 6. And if you want to see that video happen, actually, if you want us to compare it, let us know in the comments below. Because up until this point, there's been a lot of, from us, comparisons to the C-Line 6, and they're pretty even at this point. The one area that I feel that the C-Line 6 definitely has a leg up over the J7 is NVH, because we notice that out on the highway, especially when you're hitting about 90 to 100 kilometers per hour, road noise becomes, more apparent inside the cabin. And that's not because that the tires are a brand that we don't know. I mean, they're Kumhos. I think that's how you pronounce it. The tire pressures are okay. So yeah, we just really feel that it's possibly not the tires. It could actually be the car. The JAECOO J7 SHS, as its name suggests, really is a super hybrid. I mean, it's great to drive, it's quick off the line, it's loaded with features inside, and most importantly, it comes at a very affordable price. A lot may disagree, but on paper, you can't deny that the J7 is a good match to the C-Line 6, whether you're talking about features and or price. But the truth is, even without that comparison, I think the J7 can stand on its own. Now, Jack, back up and watch this exit. Cut when you get a good one, okay?